50%. Come on. Can we please rise up? I want all of us to acknowledge our mighty God, our mighty Creator, Allah, whatever you can call it, our mighty Creator. For whatever we have today is because of our Creator. So are you ready? %. Come on. I'm sure you can do it better than this. I want 100%. Are you ready? One best AppMark International clap to our mighty God. 1, 2, 3, go! AppMark International. Oh, yes. And one AppMark International clap to all of you beautiful people here today. 1, 2, 3, go! AppMark International. Yes. Thank you. Please sit down. First of all, I'd like to acknowledge my dear friend, the Excellency, Ambassador of Malaysia to the Republic of Philippines, Dato' Muhammad Zamri. The Ambassador of South Africa, Her Excellency, Madam Agnes. Thank you. And of course, all my dear friends, my pare, my mare, Rick Kamaligan and Malin, thank you very much for being here. Mr. Gilbert Yeo and Amy, all the way from Malaysia, the GM of AppMark Industries. And of course, the CFO and his family, Mr. Marcus Ngo and Evelyn and all his family here. And of course, our Leng Chai, Mr. Yap and Samantha and the family. And of course, how can I forget my dear, dear darling, my beautiful wife, my partner, the mother of my 3 children, the managing director of AppMark Industries Malaysia, Miss Karen He. And of course, my eldest son, Mr. Low Yi Meng. And to all the Mancom members, and of course, to all the franchisees, double crown managers, and all the AppMarkers, and all my dear friends who have been really loyally supporting us through thick and thin. Thank you. And of course, this year we have also 2 very, very beautiful human beings that has graced this convention, and they are Miss Philippines Earth and Miss Ecotourism. Thank you. My dear, dear colleagues, AppMarkers, brothers and sisters, my dear friends, thank you. Thank you, and thank you. And of course, not forgetting my dear 3 brothers all the way from South Africa, the GM of AppMark South Africa, Chris and his team. Thank you for coming this year. We have been really waiting, and your presence here means a lot to all of us. Last year, we really came back strong, wiser, smarter, and more important, more united, which was the year of the comeback in the year 2013. And that was all good and fine because really I've seen old friends that has been with us and has gone missing, and today many of them have really come back. And one of the things which is very, very unique in AppMark, and I'm really very proud to say that we have a very unique educational system that really is able to help people, transform people, and really bring out the best in people in terms of their passion, in terms of their energy, in terms of enthusiasm. And that's why, and this is what we have here, the AppMark culture, which really takes time to build. And we have such wonderful passion and wonderful energy. And I really appreciate that. But all this energy and passion and enthusiasm will not be of any use if it is not been transmitted and has not been transformed into result, into things that can really make a better quality of life to you, your family, and to the rest of the other people that comes within your space. Because at the end of the day, what the world wants to see is result. What have you achieved? So that's why this year it is so appropriate that we, or I say God, has given us this inspiration to use this theme, the year of discipline, in the year 2014. And I tell you, and I promise you, this year is really just the beginning of AppMark International. Why? Because as many of you have also faced, things are really speeding up. Changes are going through everywhere. Good and bad. Even, beginning of this year, we have already so many sensational news. And out of the blue moon, we have our national airline carrier that went missing. So these are things which really come out of the blue, and we do not expect it. Things are so unpredictable. But what does this all mean? To me, it means to say that we have to change. We don't have a choice right now. Because if we don't change, the environment is going to change us. Just like a dinosaur. Why the dinosaur becomes extinct is because through the evolution of climatic change, the world changed, except the dinosaurs still are so stubborn, it doesn't want to change. That's why it becomes obsolete, it becomes extinct. And that is the good and the bad side of it. But the good side of it is that when we really allow and trust the process of this transformation of a natural phenomena, which some of us may call it evolution, then you'll find that when we really flow into it and allow that process to give us the insight, the awareness to change, and you'll find that it is very funny. When I first change, the rest change. And the change got to start from myself. In fact, as far as AppMark is concerned, we really have to be very, very clear. What is the prime focus of our AppMark business? What is our main product? Do you know what is our main product? In fact, I can tell you one thing is, Many of you have already come to the Emmak Industries in Malaysia, our factory, and you really understand that this is really a world-class factory. And our product is really the best. The best. But we really have to be very clear, what business are we in? But let me make it clear to all of you, because first, we are really in the weight loss program industry. We are in the business of helping people lose weight. Do you understand? We are first in the business of helping people lose weight. And this weight loss business is actually 75%, it is 75% of all the food supplement business. This is the biggest chunk of the food supplement business that is in the weight loss. In fact, this is one of the biggest problems. I always say the biggest problem is with every one of us today. Whether you may think that you are okay or not, but most of us are overweight, even me, for that matter. And because of our lifestyle, the food that we eat, and worse is we don't even have the time to eat, and when we eat a lot, you see. So this is number one. And I'm very, very proud to tell you that in this business, if you really, really understand it, you can really make a fortune out of it. Because you see, people want to see you transform. You can go out and tell people, oh, you know, Emma helped me to transform, and Emma helped me this, and helped me that. But people want to say, what? What have you transformed physically? And let's say, if you are overweight and you're using the Emma product and you lose weight like crazy, and we have a lot of testimonials that by using Emma product, you have lost weight. Is it not true? Is it not true? And I tell you something, you will automatically attract people and they are very easily convinced. You get what I mean? Yeah? In fact, for one, I've committed myself to lose 10 kilo this year. And I started off with the P4 program just a month ago. And I am very, very fortunate and very humble to announce to you that I've lost 5 kilo. So I have another 5 kilo to go. But I'm just telling you this is because I now can really tell you, because I personally go through it, and I can tell you one thing is our product is not only just good, it is the best. It is the best. In fact, the last 1.5 weeks, I've been going around and doing trainings and all those, and every day I only just survive with our MRT, meal replacement therapy, which is the chocolate shake. In fact, the last few days, even today, I am only going through MRT, except of course just now we have lunch together, yeah, in Teppanyaki. But even that, I've cut down all my rice. And the beautiful thing is, I don't feel hungry. And yet, I got a lot of energy. I got a lot of passion. In fact, I'm more energetic than before. And I know that I look better than before. And I know that I feel better than before. Man, this is a testimony, you know. So I'm just telling you this, that for those of you, and you really have to be very serious about this business, because like I say, it can be turned into double-edged sword. And let's say when you first started, your sales go up, right? You know why? Because you were on a program. You slim down, you lose weight, and people will just say, wow, how did you lose your weight? I also want it. I also how? So sign up. So that's how your sales boom, right? But hold on. If any one of you, the sales go down, you know why? You better go and weigh now and see for yourself. Or go to the mirror and see for yourself. Or you take your before photograph, before you are married. You put it beside you and you see for yourself before and after. Now you are married. So if you have increased your weight, and I tell you something, your sales will go down. Sure. Because you cannot sell something that people think, how can you sell a slimming program when you have gained weight? Right? No way. But on the other hand, when you cut back and lose your weight, automatically people will just flock to you. So that is the advantage. So that's the reason why it's so appropriate that we really have to be disciplined. The product is good. The program is good. But more important is that we ourselves need to have that discipline to follow. To follow what is the right thing to do. Right? If you got to go and eat as much as before and you still take your program, it will not make any difference. It is not a magic formula, right? What the product can do is to help you replace your meal with all the nutrients, with all the vitamins, with all the proteins that can make you strong, but at the same time you don't have the hunger pang. But if you still continue to do and eat what you have been eating, then you will come back to square one. So I ask all of you today that this is really a reminder and awareness to all of you. And this is serious. Because if you want your business to keep on growing, if you want your sales to keep on growing, if you want your income to keep on growing, then you don't have a choice. That is to decrease your weight. That is my dear friend. I met her in Batangas yesterday. Can you please stand up? Yeah. She is Major Pasqua, right? Yeah, Major Pasqua. I saw her photograph when she was 17 kilo extra. She has lost 17 kilo. Right? And you see how she looks? Yeah. If you don't believe me, you get her photograph, the before photograph, and automatically you want to sign up with her. That is how simple the business is. You understand what I'm saying? That is how simple the business is. But we have to be serious of really disciplining ourselves first. And when we cut back, when we lose weight, automatically your sales will increase. This is first lesson for today. That is actually my lesson. Yeah? And I really thank God that all these things is happening. And it really gives me, to you may think that it is so clear. But sometimes when you're so busy, when you're doing your thing, the obvious may not be so obvious. You understand? And it only takes certain changes in our life that sometimes give us a wake-up call. So, this is my own wake-up call, and really, this losing weight thing through our Emma product is one of the best things that ever happened to me a few months ago. In this business, network marketing, it is really a misunderstood business. Because I'm sure you have heard, and there's also a lot of so-called fly-by-night MLM company that goes around and recruiting people and taking money, and then, many of them, which is binary, is a money game. Now they even have products coming in to camouflage this money game. But at the end of the day, it is still all about money. I'm not saying money is not good. Money is very, very important. Right? But we need to have that balance. And as far as ECMAC is concerned, ECMAC is a network marketing company that foremost have good products, not only good products, outstanding products that really, really has helped people. And through this product, many, many people have really great fortunes. I'd like to close my short speech here today with just sharing with you 3 very important principles that, for me, makes a good life. As you know, when you are with ECMAC, how do you feel when you're with ECMAC? ECMAC! And having a good life, to me, first, be productive. Be productive. In other words, if you can work faster, why don't you work faster? If you can work faster, why must you wait until next week to do it? Right? Because all of us can do it better. And this is what I mean by being productive. Because you see, we are all made to be better and better and better. But the moment when we are complacent, we die. Whenever that we think that we have enough, we die. I'm not saying to be contented. It's good to be contented, but don't be complacent. Number 2, treasure your good friends. Because life without good friends, we are nothing. And I like to say, and I like to take this opportunity to tell you, my good friends, that number 1, I really, really treasure all your friendship here today. Some of you I met very much earlier when I first came to Philippines. Like Joey, I met Joey even in, Joey, where are you? Okay. I met Joey 26 years ago in Malaysia, in Kuching. And we were bachelors then, and he was singing. He was actually a one-man band. You know, when he sing, you thought that the whole band plays, but he's only one person, because he plays the guitar with the bass, with the rhythm and the lead, and with the drum machine, yeah. And of course, I think our good friend Boy is also here, right? Where's Boy? Boy. In fact, the lady that was singing just now, in fact, I was just asking my party, who is she? But now I discovered that she's a daughter of Boy. Right? So, I really treasure all your friendship. And more important, that loyalty and your support that you have given me. In fact, I've known Rick probably about 20 years ago. Yeah? Back in the old days of SM, in SM Cebu. You know, one thing is, life is so unpredictable. You never know. I was just talking with Your Excellency just now, Dato Zamri, that, you know, sometimes it's really destiny. And you never know. So, never look down on anyone. Never judge anyone. Because you never know when you're going to meet again. You never know what destiny lies ahead. And you never know who are your true friends. But I can tell you one thing, is the fact that all of you are here today, you are my true friends. Thank you. Thank you very much. And thirdly, be connected to the source. I'm not a religious guy. I can tell you, I'm not a religious guy. But I can tell you one thing is, I'm quite spiritual. To me, spiritual is basically a connection to the source. Some people can call it creator, God, Allah, whatever. But it is this connection from the heart, from the soul, that you know and you can feel it. And you can sense it. That there is something greater and much more powerful than any one of us. And when you are able to tap that source, to tap that energy, you can do anything you want with it. In fact, when I first set foot in Philippines, I never imagined that today will be like this. That will be not only just in Philippines, but in many parts of the world. In fact, I started off selling products on the street in exhibition. I didn't graduate. I'm only just study until, we call it A-levels. Probably in the Philippines, we call it college, right? But to me, I'm so grateful that everything happens at the right time, at the right place, with the right people, with the right opportunity. The only thing that I have to do is, number one, to be patient. Number two, to be humble. Number three, to really keep on remembering where I come from. And that's why, thank God, and through your support, wherever I go, whatever I do, I always ask my big boss up there that wherever I am and whoever I meet and whatever that we may have achieved, please help me to remember where I come from, how I started. And then when you realize that, then that hungriness, that desire is always there, burning. And it's not about the money. It's not about the achievement. Now, one of the things about this so-called game, you see, is a paradox. If you want to do something because of money, it will go away. It's very funny. But if you want to do it because you love doing it, and because you love to learn, because you love to grow, because you love to help, somehow that force will bring in the right people, the right opportunity, the right timing, and you will know. But sometimes, of course, there is delay. Sometimes you may get disappointed, right? But remember, God delay is never God's denial. And we have been working very hard and we've been going through, in fact, this is our 15th year. And of course, I've been here in Philippines since 1991. But in the MMAC International MLM business, this is our 15th year. And never did I realize, only this year, that I discovered 4 fantastic steps to succeed in this business so easily and so simply. Only this year, I discovered it. And also because of all these changes and, all these issues. And it led me to discover this fantastic technique that you can even make a sale just by a call, just like a phone call. And some of you have already gone through this training. But for those of you who have not, I tell you something, like what my Pari says, the best has yet to come. And now it has come. And I assure you, your business is going to be easier, simpler, because you have worked so hard for it, and now is the time to reap that rewards. I promise you. But the only thing that you have to come is to come for the training, okay? I will be personally having this training in our Emma Kubau office on Monday, 9 a.m. But only for M marker only, okay? So if you are not M marker, sign up today, come for the training this Monday, 9 a.m. So with this, I'd like to thank again all of you, your excellencies, my dear friends, Miss Tourism, Ecotourism, and Miss Earth, and all my beautiful colleagues, Mancom, and all my friends. I love you all. Maha kita, mari mari salamat po. Thank you.